Hello guys, I'm Manji, and today I'm back with another video, kinda styled like the one that I did before. No script, just going in, playing a high ranked Tekken player. This guy right here was, I believe, the owner, or one of the owners of the Xbox Tekken Discord. So this dude, I mean, wow. Thank you for the games. I'll just try to explain my best because I don't really know Eddie too well, but I know Yoshimitsu and I know certain things now that I should have been trying to look out for. But let's just start. So before I'm trying to get distance, look at that movement, by the way. It's like glitching out the camera. I'm like, man, what did I just get myself into? Like at a launch, try to see if he doesn't even. He stays on the ground a lot against Yoshi, I believe. I mean, Eddie has tech where he can stay on the ground anyways and get up in special ways. Yoshi has 2 of those techs, technically. Yeah, like, I know. But he technically has 2 because he can go into Indian stance and he can come up with his special spring kick, which I don't count as a stance up, but it does set up for some nasty things. I'm just gonna die really quick because look at this stupid movement, by the way. I didn't really know Eddie's strings too well, and if you realize, one of the things that he was doing to me a lot was whiff punishing. I totally dropped that combo because, man, sometimes you're not expecting to hit the thing, especially against him. I didn't think that he was gonna get hit, but yeah, because this KBD is crazy, and this movement was wild. And not to diss him or anything, but I know that he's not, he doesn't primarily play on Xbox, he told me. But I can tell that, for me, since my Wi-Fi is really strong down there, I could feel kind of like a thing when it came to me pressing buttons and not getting them out, but it was whatever. I just was here to look at what he was doing, really. That's why I do these videos, to see what other people do that are high ranks, and maybe I can use certain tactics that they use, because sometimes when you're watching a video, you'll see it differently. When you're playing against the person, or if you're playing the person, you'll be like, oh, so that's why they did that, or this is why they do certain things. Like, for instance, after certain people do a jab and it's blocked or something, they'll sidestep. They might be -5 or something, but you know, they are able to sidestep. I don't know if -5 is a good time to sidestep. I know like -4 and stuff like that could be good, but if you know your other person's tactics, like for instance here, every time he would do certain things, he would do, I believe would it be his 1 or a 2? I think it's his 1. But you'll see that I can sidestep that, but I never really tried. And I die here. I could have sidestepped and took that whole round, but now that I see it back, I'm like, yeah, but in the moment I didn't think about that. And yeah, that round was like the closest round I got on him, because this guy, he would be forcing so many whiff punishes. It was crazy. Like, as you can see, Eddie has a lot of things that he can do to get away from you. He can like hit you with a low and then be like a whole 3-4 characters away from you, and you know, it's whatever at that point, because most characters can't deal with it. They just have to wait their turn. And especially with I didn't know exactly what to do, but I'm pretty sure if I went into like a stance or something, that could have canceled out all of the stuff that Eddie was doing when he was lying on the ground. I might test it out and I might link that into the video, but I'm not sure. I might test it out to see like once he does something like the kick into the stand or just raw stand, if going into the flea stance cancels that out, because I know around green rinks and the top of green rinks where I am now, I'm at the top of green rinks. This was before I got promoted, but I'm at the top of green rinks. I'm almost a warrior. Happy about that. Soon gonna be out of green rinks, like really soon, because I'm realizing slowly that people do things that are punishable, or people do things that they believe work, but they only work in certain situations. Like if you know a law's strings, like his down forward 3-3-3, that's a mid low high. What you can do is just go into the lab and have that string go on repeat forever. Keep on after the mid hits, low block, and just wait for the high to come out while still low blocking, mind you, and then just while rising launch. It's gonna be a little bit harder when you go back online, because what do we know about law players? They love their 3 bars. I honestly don't know what that's about, but you know, it's a journey online. Actually, the funny thing is, I leveled up, I ranked up on a law player, so that's when I started really realizing, man, actually practicing that type of stuff actually really did help. But yeah, as you can see, like that is not a very consistent attack to throw out. The one that I threw out, 4-3, I believe. Yeah, 4-3. It's not a good hit. It's good for whiff punishing things quickly. Like, let's say you know that somebody's going to try and punish you with a high or a certain type of mid. You can go underneath it with that attack. I don't know why I threw it out so many times against this dude, because I didn't even know what he was throwing out, because I don't know Eddie too well, and it was, you know, pretty rough. And this was the first to 5, and as you can tell, yeah, it was more just like a, you know, I'll get 5. And what's really weird though is, after a while I started realizing maybe I should start doing certain things, and it kind of seemed random after a certain point. Like, I would try setups and random outcomes would happen, so it would throw me off. So I realized, even with this, you have to react a lot more than just look at what they're doing. You have to know, like, if you get a counter hit or if you get something like that, you have to react to that, because those attacks are not the same. If you hit a forward 4-3 with Yoshimitsu, it's gonna do nothing near the same as forward 4-3 on counter hit. It's going to launch on counter hit, and if you just try to do a normal setup like forward 4-3, 1+2 into forward 1 or forward 2, it's not gonna happen. You can't autopilot that. It's not gonna, you know, go through the same way. But back to the match so far, as you can see, not much progress. Actually, negative progress is being made. I honestly don't know what to do against this guy. His movement is weird. Eddie is a weird character for me to play against, and this is a high-level Eddie. True Tekken god, by the way. This isn't just your normal average green rank Eddie. And average green rank Eddie, I would probably be able to defeat. But this was, like, totally different. Movement was down. Just total playing, basically, because I didn't know what to do every time he went to stance. So, he would get me with that. And he would be able to just stance, and I wouldn't know what to do. But, yeah, I'm going to lab it. Probably in another video, I'll go over a lot of things that Yoshimitsu can do to Eddie. I'll probably do another punishment video or something similar like that. I know I'll be doing one on Law, because Ooh boy, Law. Law, that character is so punishable. It's like people just don't know. People just aren't aware of these things that he has. But yeah. You need to see me. I'm trying to get setups on. This dude is just like, nope, what setup? I mess up the combo. You probably know what combo I was going for there, but I wasn't, like I was saying before, I was not expecting the launch. I was like, I'm ready to get punished here because I just threw out a very slow attack. I'm trying to get certain setups. I realized I wasn't going for any lows, so he didn't have to worry about, oh, he's going to mix me up with the low. Before I was going for it. And I tried again, and he whip punishes me, basically. I'm like, man, this is going to be tough. And, like, you know, when a character like this has good movement, it's going to be very difficult for you to control what goes on. As you can see, I don't know, like I said a million times in this video, I don't know what Eddie really is doing. But you saw that? What I should have went for, instead of just trying to do up my panic attack, that's my panic attack right there. If you haven't realized on this channel, that's my panic attack. I should have just went for a wall standing 2-1 and got a launch there. But yeah, that's been the games with this guy. It was really good playing with him. It was like really telling me a whole new world, like whiff punishing and things like that. And yeah, maybe in the future I'll do a punishment guide on Eddie or Law and stuff with Yoshimitsu, because those are very interesting characters that they take some time to know what to do against them. So I might do a video on that soon. That's basically been it for today, and without any further ado, let's just end this video. Let's not do what I do every other time. You all don't know, but I cut out a lot at the end of my video because I just talk about random. See, I'm doing it again. Peace, bro.